I flip them open to the pages of oil burners and oil burner repair. I close my eyes, put my finger in the air, but before I open them, I make a small prayer. Please, God, don't let it be the guy I called last year or the year before. You see, everyone that I've called, when they go into the crawl space, or I tell them that they have to go into this crawl space, they always, even the most virulent among them, crumble like cookie crumbs. And they always ask, how bad is it? Well, it's not good. So, at the end of the cleaning, I always ask them as they're leaving my house, I feel I must. Can I call you again next year? And the answer's always the same. Don't call me again, lady! Ah! So when I opened my eyes, you can imagine my excitement when I looked down and I saw a number and name that I'd never seen before. Mike's Burner Service, no job too difficult. I didn't know this number. Immediately, I called, hello, Mike's Burner Service, no job too difficult. My heart skipped a beat. I'm calling to make an appointment to clean my burner. Getting a jump on the fall rush? Something like that. And I don't know why. Maybe it's my sense of fair play. Maybe it's what my mother taught me, to always tell the truth, but the words tumble out of my mouth before I can stop them. I suppose I should tell you, my burner is in a crawl space. Dead silence. How bad is it? Well, it's not good. He said, I'm going to have to send my smallest men. I have a vision of the seven dwarfs coming to my house with pipe fitting and pipes and whatever they bring to the house. And then this part of the conversation I'm all too familiar with. You're going to have to wait a while. We're very busy. And I say, I can wait. All right, October 31st. It's a bad omen, it's Halloween. I'll take it. On the morning of Halloween, I wake up, and like a good Irish Catholic girl, I am filled with guilt. You see, I would pay someone to go underneath into the crawl space, but you couldn't pay me. So to assuage my guilt, I went and I got some blankets and some pillows to make his journey in just a little bit more comfortable. I went around to the back of the house. I pulled open the bulkhead, revealing that dark household cavity. Now let me tell you, the crawl space is about 3 feet high and not very wide. And when I opened the bulkhead doors, the wafting of old oil and last year's skunk, and didn't that snake, that little garter snake that we used to almost trip over, didn't he make his escape route underneath in the crawl space? Hell, I'm not going in. It's big enough that I'm leaving him the blankets and the pillows to make his journey in a little bit more comfortable. And then I heard it. Boom, 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 boom. My heart skipped a beat. I ran around front. There was a big truck backing in. And on the side it said, Mike's Burner Service, no job too difficult. I wondered who they sent me. Could it be Sneezy? Dog? The door opened up. A man jumped down. He wasn't much taller than me. He was thin, but he would do. And I said, come on around back. The crawl space is out back. And I'm walking, and I said, I threw some blankets and some pillows down to make your journey in a little bit more comfortable. Where is it? I decided they sent me grumpy. I said, it's down there. Lady, this place is horrible. Like I had anything to do with the construction of my house. He goes in. I am filled filled with guilt. I have to pick up my daughter in a few minutes. Would you like a cup of coffee, Mike? I have no other name to go by. Mike? Cream, 1 sugar, medium. So I go to pick up my daughter. She's a little bit late. I go to the Dunkin' Donuts. There's a line snaking around the corner. I wait. And I think, you know, he couldn't pay me to go down there. I'll get him a muffin, maybe a cookie, just to make it a little bit more comfortable. By the time I get to call in my order, I think, I'm paying him to go down there. No cookie, no muffin. I drive home. My daughter goes upstairs. It's Halloween. She's putting on her bumblebee outfit. I go around back. Mike, I have your coffee. Is that you, lady? Yes. Where the hell have you been? I'm stuck in your furnace. What? That's right, I've been stuck here for hours. Get me out. I'm thinking to myself, do we have the money to pull somebody out of the furnace with the jaws of life? My financial life was flashing before my eyes. We have a daughter in private school and one in college. Can we afford this? Lady, where the hell are you? I think maybe I'm going to have to go in. One more time. Lady, I can't stay here all day. You're going to have to rescue me. Oh my God. I go into rescue mode. I crawl down and I feel on the side for the burner. And when my eyes adjust to the dark, I come to the middle of what I think is the burner. Mike, on the other side of the burner, pops up a man I don't even recognize. His face is completely covered with soot. He has black ringlets all over his head. He looks more like Medusa than Mike the Burner Man. Where the hell have you been? I'm stuck in here. I'm thinking, well, what can I do? You're going to have to pull me out. How am I going to pull you out? My daughter calls down through the radiator. I can see the little bumblebee. Mom, when are you taking me to Emily's? Not soon. He said, turn around. I'm going to put my feet on your shoulders, and you're going to have to crawl out. Dear God, will this day ever end? I put the feet on my shoulders, and I begin to crawl out. We get halfway there. He says, stop! I'm stuck on a nail. We go back and forth several times until finally, we get him out. The poor man, he's shaking. He looks horrible. And then he says to me, I gotta go back in. What? Now, I am again filled with guilt. And I say to him, well, maybe I should go back in, and I'll do whatever you say. Now, gentlemen, you know there is an unwritten law that things that you do not say to ladies. And he said to me, you're bigger than me, for sure you'll get stuck. Well, I felt like pushing him in the burner and turning it on high. But I didn't. I waited patiently because my burner was in pieces all over the ground, and I knew I would never get it back together. He sent me back and forth to the truck, and he said, now don't mess anything up. It's in perfect order. So I'm going back and forth to the truck. Finally, he finishes. And I'm following him out with the bags. I'm going to make out the bill. Great, $1 million. And he yells out the window, you help me, I'm going to give you a discount. $500,000. Finally, he hands me the bill. It's $500. I think I'm getting off cheap. He starts up the truck, and he backs out the driveway. But I have to know. You know, the question. Excuse me, Mike. Can I call you again next year? He peels and burns rubber down the street. Don't call me again, lady, he calls over his shoulder.